Alright, hello, my name is Mr. Wise Guy. Welcome to my channel. Do not leave. We're watching the man himself, Donald Trump. And it's the full interview. But before we get into the video, like and subscribe. Comments are great too. Thank you very much. So on to the show.
When you launched your campaign in March, you told the crowd, quote, "I am your retribution." What does that mean? What does that look like?
I think retribution is talk.
All right, before we do that, I'm going to look up the technical definition of what retribution means.
Retribution.
Punishment inflicted on someone as vengeance for a wrong or criminal act. Okay, all right. So what do you have to say, Mr. Trump?
In terms of I have to protect people. What they're doing to people is so.
When you launched your campaign in March, you told the crowd, quote, "I am your retribution." What does that mean? What does that look like?
I think retribution is talking in terms of I have to protect people. What they're doing to people is so horrible. They're putting people in jail for long periods of time. Firemen, policemen, accountants, even lawyers. They're in prisons for years now and don't even have trials in some cases.
He's talking about the people that happened in January 6th that were literally just walking around. That was basically like, what, 80% of what, no, 90% of what was going on at the January 6th, the insurrection, if you want to be super hyperbolic, or the riot, if you want to be neutral, or the peaceful protest, if you want to be like extremely in the opposite direction. But yeah.
And if you look at Antifa and other groups, practically nothing happened to them. They burned down Portland. They burned down Minneapolis. They took over Seattle. I mean, they literally took over a big chunk of the city. People died. He's
talking about the Chaz. The, it was basically, I think somewhere in Portland, somewhere in the place that he was talking about, there was literally a government carved out their own little state in the city. So like, no, actually, no, that wasn't underneath Donald Trump. That was underneath Biden. There was an occupied zone where, like, literally the government could not do anything about it. It was like their own little place. So because they were mad about the whole George Floyd situation. I think that's how it stemmed, and like people dying in there because they were trying to self-sustain because they literally were disconnected, like politically and logistically, because they were like, "Now we hate the system. We're going to create our own thing." They didn't survive long, but yeah, that's what Trump's talking about.
Died and nothing happened to them. We have to protect all people.
But when you talk about retribution, are you talking about directing your
I like how she's harping on that one word, but okay.
Attorney General?
It's NSNBC, so
go after
it's expected.
Your political enemies?
When I talk about retribution, I'm talking about fairness.
No, it's NBC.
We have to treat people fairly. These people on January 6th, some of them never even went into the building, and they're being given sentences of.
Yep. Some of them, literally people that weren't even in the state itself, were getting charged with years in jail. I'm like, come on now. People like to categorize it as like the next thing coming of like 9/11 happened. Like, bro, if you want to know what a 9/11 happened, talk about the 529 insurrection or protest, where basically people that were not on the Trump sphere, but people that weren't Trump supporters went to the Capitol and basically almost burned down a church. Literally set it on fire, but the police there like got the fire out. No, they almost burned down the whole building. Trump had to be going into the bunker basically at that time, but no one likes to talk about that. Yeah, no, 529 when that happened. I don't know if that was 2018 or 2017, but yeah. But the only thing people would talk about is that Trump went into his bunker and he was scared. I remember those stories coming out, and those are the only things you heard about. You didn't hear about the whole reason why Trump was going into the bunker in the first place, like the whole church getting on fire in the Capitol. Yeah, no one talks about that. We don't need to know about that at all.
Many years.
Are you going to pardon
and nothing
those
is happening? Well, I'm going to look at them, and I certainly might if I think it's appropriate. No, it's
and that's a good
very
thing.
Sad thing, and they're dividing the country so badly, and it's very dangerous.
Well, Mr. President, we're going to.
Question: are you for or against pardoning the people that didn't do anything violent at January 6th? Throw it down in the comments below.
Delve into that a little bit later on, but I want to stay on this idea of what you mean by retribution. Are you looking to appoint an attorney general who will prosecute the people you tell them to prosecute?
I'm looking to appoint an attorney general who's.
She is super hardly going into that's not even a word, but whatever. She's super hardly like digging into this, the one word he said, retribution. Oh, boogeyman word. Come on now. He's literally a business guy. He doesn't use words to its technical assessment. And that's why Trump is doing a really good job of being like, you know exactly what I meant when I said that. I was being hyperbolic, but you want to keep harping on it. So Trump is going to kind of ignore it. So, but he's also going to like, he's going to like he's doing a really good job right now. But I like how NBC like is harping so hard on that. And I'm wailing on this game right now. Holy crap. All right, let's go.
It's going to be tough on crime and fair. Very simple.
And go after your political enemies?
No, I would never do that. But Biden
look at that. She had to slip that in.
These aren't indictments against me.
Go against the political. What do you think the DOJ is doing to Trump right now? Who do you think is connected to the DOJ? Who, like, literally the Democratic. Okay, well, you know what? I don't know this. I'm going to look this up right now.
There's a Biden.
According to Wikipedia, the United States Department of Justice, also known as the Justice Department, is a federal executive department of the United States government tasked with the enforcement of federal law and administration of justice in the United States.
Federal executive. Oh, federal executive part of the government. Oh, okay. So literally Joe Biden, that's the president, the head of the executive branch. Oh damn! I was so good. Holy crap! Until I died there. But yeah, literally the DOJ. I like how she's projecting, like, oh, so you're gonna do this to go after your political opponents? What do you think the DOJ is doing right now with Donald Trump's indictments? What do you think Biden is doing right now by trying to indict his political opponent? Like, so Joe Biden, are you gonna do it just like how Biden is doing it? Well, yeah. If I'm gonna do exactly what Biden is doing to me, yeah, I'm gonna do to him what he does to me. Like that's how that's a childish answer to like say, but like I like how she says that in the middle of Biden literally going after his political opponents. Like what? Okay.
Indictments. This isn't God coming down and very fairly said, Joe, you spoke badly about an election. The election. There's no question about that. There's so much proof on it. Even if you go to the more modern day proof with the,
I just find that so rich.
Twitter files, FBI and Twitter, or you take a look at the Amazon stuff or the Google stuff, or you take a look at 2000 Mules, you take a look at all of the ballot stuffing.
I don't know anything about the 2000 Mules.
The legislatures didn't approve a lot of the things that were done in the elections, and they had to approve. And we could go on forever.
That's true. The Pennsylvania thing was definitely ruled unconstitutional and shouldn't have happened. But we were already 2 years into a Biden presidency, so it didn't even matter. But whatever, who cares?
We could go on forever, but
Trump's not in office, so who cares? Who cares if that was actually ruled correct or not?
Respected, tough, and fair.
Just to go back to a couple of the points.
All right, so you made it to the end. Thanks for watching. Remember, comments are great too, and like and subscribe, but mostly comments. Comment, please. I need to know what your thoughts are. The whole part of this entire channel is thinking. Thanks. Come on now. You can do it. Down below. Just type it out. I don't care what it is. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one.